And welcome back, everybody, once again to the Obscure server, hardcore UHC mode in Minecraft 1.9. I just saw that the 1.10 update is out. I may end up switching over to that new version. I am in a hole. I am in a hole, and it is nighttime, so let's stay in the hole and let's dig down, shall we? And you guys can sit there and watch me dig a hole while while I talk about stuff. So this is actually my second attempt. What is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying? How do I look at chat? 2 arrows. Yay, 2 arrows. This is my second attempt at making this video, and boy, do I hate it whenever I mess up on these obscure server videos, because it's talking, right? And it's much better if I'm talking kind of stream of consciousness off the top of my head. At least that's how I feel. And so unfortunately you guys do not get the privilege of hearing all the wonderful things that I said. I will include a short little montage of some of my journey. Oh, yeah, I need to update you. So what happened is I found some more obsidian in a different fortress. I built another portal, and came back to the overworld. In the process, gosh, my pick is going to die on me. I may need to repair it here. In the process, I kind of forgot about the whole, distance thing in the nether, how it's like, 1/8 the size. So whenever I came back, I actually need my F3 up. I ended up like 20,000 blocks away or something crazy like that. So I've been on an adventure to get back to my base, and that's what this episode is largely going to be about. Really? Nothing, huh? Nothing. Do I hear anything? You guys hear anything? Listen. Listen. I think I might hear my daughter. That's about it. Oh, you guys, it's so rough because, like, she slept for like 3 hours, and I had the recording, and I was gonna render it, and then we were gonna go to the store and all that lovely stuff, and then turned out my audio was not on. So I gotta do it all over. Do it all over indeed. I guess we can just make another pick, huh? I'd rather not do that. I guess I can make an iron one for now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, what did I do there? Yeah, that works. That works. Why not? So, yeah. Yeah. This episode is going to be about relationships, I think. Marriage, divorce, boyfriends, girlfriends, that kind of stuff. The other option, I always have a hard time choosing things to talk about in these videos because I don't want to choose a topic that's going to offend anybody. I mean, last episode I kind of talked about politics a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe I should just get over that. Maybe I should just put myself out there on the internet for people to judge as they see fit and just not care about it. But I don't know. I have that problem in my classroom too. I'm not good at like offending people. I never want to offend anybody. I want to be everybody's friend, please. Ooh, we're getting some lag. We're getting the lags. So anyways, yeah, this episode is going to be about relationships. I think before I get to talking about that, though, let's go ahead and check out this short montage of clips from my earlier adventure with the messed up recording. Some funny stuff happened, so you guys should enjoy it. So yes, I made a horse disappear. Oh, we desperately need gold, you guys. Desperately need the gold. I made a horse disappear. What else did I do? I set off a desert temple trap on accident. I was just busy talking away and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and nearly killed myself in the process. I found that igloo thing. Yep, there she goes. There goes the little daughter, the little precious gem. That poops all over the place. That's probably why she's crying right now, actually. I found that igloo, which I got a golden apple from. I got a horse. I made a horse disappear. Yeah, I did lots and lots of the things and had lots of fun. And talked about some really interesting stuff, which I will get to here momentarily. But unfortunately, duty calls, and so I must go take care of the infant who is under my care. And I will be right back with you guys. All right, I probably got another 10 minutes or so before she's fully awake. I'm hoping. Anyways, relationships. Yes, relationships. That's what I was talking about. So the reason that I was curious about this, by the way, I'm in a ravine. Oh, there's more gold. More gold. That's actually where I just was, too. I should have looked around a bit more carefully, I suppose. But I definitely need to regen some health here. The reason that this came to mind is that my wife and I will be celebrating our 9th anniversary here. I guess it's not till August. I feel like it's coming up right around the corner, but... and so, I don't know, I just thought I would talk a little bit about it and about my experiences in relationships and that kind of stuff. My wife and I have a really fascinating history. It's kind of strange, I guess, but I like to call it fascinating. You guys like that music in the background? This is the only series that you'll hear that music in of mine. Actually, yeah, I guess I didn't want the ore, but whatever. Whatever. We'll have to deal with the ore. In fact, be gone, nether brick. Let's stop dirtying up the landscape with your ugliness. So, what did I pick up? Be gone! Be gone, evil things! I picked up the nether rack again. Oh, we want water on the bar, please. I hear a zombie. Let's see if we can just avoid him, though. There was a creeper up here to my right as well. So this is where I dug out. Yeah, there was gold right above me. Pay attention to your surroundings, dude. So we're celebrating our 9th anniversary here relatively soon. I need to start planning, like, as far as what I want to do. Oh, I'm not picking it up. I'm not picking it up. Oh, that was easy. That was very easy. Where's the other? There it is. There's the other piece. I guess we're not doing anything that big for this one. This is the 9th anniversary, so don't really have to do anything big for it. For the 10th anniversary, though, we might be renewing our vows and having an actual ceremony, because we never had an actual wedding ceremony. We did the courthouse thing. So my wife and I were kind of sort of high school sweethearts, I guess you could say. We started dating, I think, my junior or senior year of high school. Not entirely sure. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was towards the end of my junior year, though. Our official, like, 1-year anniversary after we started dating, and yeah, let's just go ahead and cook this up as well, is 5505. I want to save some of the gold for potions, but we don't have melon yet, and that's actually was one of my plans, was to have the portal dug out, or the portal spawn a ways away. That way, on the way back, I hopefully run into a jungle, but thus far, I have not run into one. Oh, I guess I need to actually cook it, don't I? Don't I? Yes, I do. Why do I have a splash? Oh, that's from the one thing. I don't think I need that, though. From the little igloo thing. So, yeah. And, you know what? Honestly, I've never been single. I don't think I've been single in my entire life, except for like, a few months at a time. My first, you know, in preschool, this is when I was, like, 3 or 4 years old, I got in trouble for undressing with a couple of girls in the little playhouse, little treehouse thing that they had. And... my first girlfriend, quotation marks around girlfriend, was in kindergarten. Her name was Tiffany Tyler, and of course the reason I liked her is that her that her middle name was my first name. And those are my interests. My love interests include having the same name as me. That's what I want to date, the same person as myself. No, that would be bad. That would be very, very bad. By the way, I'm on here with Renattack, who I think may be streaming, an attacker. So that's nice. I'm glad to see that people are making use of the server. On the Super Hostile server, people have actually started another server where they're playing through all the Super Hostile series, and I hope all of those people know that this server is mainly about CTM maps. I'm just doing this UHC series oh gosh dang it, I say. I'm just doing this UHC series because I wanted to play 1.9 and fight the dragon, and I figured that this would be a good way to do so. Please, no skeletons. I want to block up to the highest point that I can, or close to the highest point that I can. Got the water bucket on the bar just in case. Oh, torch down. Yes, torch is down. Don't die on me, Pick. I need you to last just a little longer. Just a little longer, guy. Yeah, so my wife and I started dating in high school. Oh, no, so Tiffany Tyler. And then I dated a girl, again, dated in quotation marks, between 1st and 4th grade. Her name was Megan. And, like, I mean, I did the whole thing. Like, I went and I bought her jewelry, or, my mom went and bought her jewelry. And flowers and all that kind of stuff. My wife, or my mom, ooh, that's a bad Freudian slip. My mom has always called me a hopeless romantic, and I think to a certain extent that is true about me, although I did become a bit jaded in junior high. After Megan, that was her name, she moved away. It was why we broke up. After her, I think it may still be nighttime. Gosh dang it. Let's go ahead and make another apple, shall we? Let's do that. And I'm sorry, no editing, because I have very little time to record, and so you guys are just going to have to deal with all this. Plus, I want to just talk and talk and talk and get it all out of my brain while I can. Alright, I'm leaving crafting benches all over the place, but whatever. I hear the things. Run and jump. Run and jump. I don't know if I'm going the right way, though. I don't know if I'm going the right way. What way is the right way? What way is the right way? F3. F3. That is the wrong way. We want to go this way. Alright. Alright, fantastic. So I dated Tammy. This was in 5th and 6th grade. And then she ended up going to a different school. And then 7th grade I dated a girl named Michelle. No, 7th grade I was actually... That's like the first year I was kind of without a girlfriend. But then 8th grade I dated a girl named Michelle. And after that... Well, she ended up cheating on me with my brother. My brother was not aware at the time, though, that was what was going on. They met at a movie theater and just happened to... Yes, yeah. Yeah, so that didn't last very long, and then I ended up dating her friend, and her friend ended up cheating on me at a party, like right in front of me, too. It was pretty bad. And so at that point in time, I think I grew a little disillusioned with the whole concept of love and relationships and that kind of stuff. Man, I was hoping to be in hot terrain so that we might have a better chance at finding a jungle. Unfortunately, no. No. So then freshman year, I started dating this girl named Nicole. And we actually, we got really, really close. And again, bought her lots of things and wrote her poetry and did all that kind of stuff. And... only need two more. Two more of what? I don't know. And it's kind of a bad story. In fact, I know a lot of people kind of like my channel because it's somewhat PG. I don't really use a lot of profanity. I have very liberal views about language. I think people should use whatever language they come across in their life, and that includes what some people deem as bad language, although people who think that there's a such thing as bad language need to really look at the history of language and study some linguistics and look at how language is shaped by culture and how things that we consider bad are often due to the fact that those words are associated with a particular group or they're associated with a particular viewpoint of the world. There's nothing inherently bad about any given language. Nevertheless, I do try to avoid using things. It's also just not one of my it's not very heavy in my repertoire to begin with. I don't rely on a lot of profanity to get my views across. But sometimes it does come out, like if I fall or make a mistake sometimes, or I get scared, I'll sometimes say, shit is the one that I use quite frequently. but I may occasionally use some other words. But not just the language, but I think the topics that I talk about are also somewhat PG. I did talk about falling off that truck while drunk and almost dying. So that's not entirely PG, but I want to, I think, maybe head into some more mature territory, because those are the things that are on my mind and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, I was dating this girl named Nicole, and again, we were really close. And I remember whenever we first started dating, like her brother, this big, huge football player, had to give me like the talk and everything. It was kind of scary, to be honest. It was very, very terrifying. But oh gosh, I remember this one time, her and I went to a party, and this is like whenever we first started dating, and it was a party that her brother threw, and I think that's maybe even when he gave me the little talk. And I drank like 6 Coronas or something like that, and I used to always try to show off with my drinking abilities, but not something I do anymore. But I drank like 6 Coronas, and we were driving around in the back of the car, and we were making out, and I started to throw up. Luckily, I turned before, like I wasn't kissing her like when I started throwing up, but I turned and the window was up, and I started to turn it down, but they were like, no, there's a police officer, and so like I had to like throw up in the car. Yeah, that's a heck of a first date for you, isn't it? Oh gosh, I'd kind of forgotten about that. I need to forget about it once more. I am heading in the correct direction. Yes. Okay, I need to just head straight this way now. I kind of forget where my base is located though. So yeah, I'm finding lots of ravines. Ooh, this is a double ravine. That's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, Nicole and I were pretty close, but we ended up breaking up. In fact, we broke up constantly. And during one of these breakups, it happened to be during a field trip, or it was like the day before a field trip to the movies that my mom organized. My mom was a teacher at the school that I went to. And another thing that I talked about in the footage that got messed up was my dad. I won't talk about that. Anyways, just he lost his job due to Congress getting rid of earmarks. And if you guys know what, I'm going to talk about it anyways. If you guys know what earmarks are, it's like where a senator has like they want to build a bridge in their city, and then another senator has like a bill that they want to get passed, like like a crime bill or something, and the senator will say, well, if you attach funding for this bridge, then I will vote for your crime bill. That kind of thing. And it makes for some not very transparent kind of politics and governing, which is very, very problematic. But at the same time, some things that were earmarked were really, really good programs, like the program that my dad was the head of, or at least in our state he was the head of it. And so whenever they got rid of earmarks, it got rid of the funding for it. And so my dad lost his job, and it was a program that was about teaching students civic education. So they would study the Constitution, they would study case law, and they would go and compete, essentially like which group of students knows the most about government. And it's a fantastic program, and it's still around. My mom is now actually kind of sort of running the program in the state, which is funny how that happened. My dad is back teaching high school. My mom still teaches high school, but she's also running the program somewhat. It's scaled down now because they don't have as much funding. And it's grant-based funding now, so it could be taken away at any point in time. Anyways, a little bit of a sidetrack there. But so we were on this field trip, and that's when I ended up kind of getting together with my current wife. And again, this was like a day after I'd broken up with my other girlfriend, although I don't know who broke up with who. It was probably somewhat mutual. Yeah. And I may not have had the best role model as far as relationships go, which is I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. But the movie that we went and saw was Schindler's List. So it's like something straight out of a Seinfeld episode when Jerry and Elaine they go and they get caught making out at Schindler's List. I mean that's almost essentially what happened with my wife and I. Although we did not hook up in the movie, it was afterwards. We ditched school and went back to my house. Which I did frequently in school. It's funny. My mom is a teacher at the school that I go to, and I would ditch school and then go back to her house. Gosh, there's a lot of wolves, isn't there? I'm running out of food here as well. I got some apples. I could eat the apples. Just kidding. Just kidding. But my wife and I, we had also kind of flirted quite frequently early on in high school, and we had the same English class freshman year. And she says that she remembers the first day I walked in, and she fell in love with me then. I had this long, flowing blonde hair, and she just, I looked like the bad boy kind of thing, and she really enjoyed that. Apparently, I don't know what the heck she was thinking though. Yeah, that's when we started dating, and so far things have gone really well. We got married. She became pregnant, and we actually broke up when I went off to college for a little while. Broken up is in quotation marks because, again, she became pregnant, and we ended up getting married. And a lot of people were like, there's no way that this is ever going to last. And I agree that most of the time, oh my gosh, fast cow, fast cow, fast cows, stop. Oh gosh, I need all the things, please. Give me all of the things, and we will go ahead and consolidate those. I need to get the foods. I need to get lots and lots of the foods. Hey, guy, give me your stuff, please. And a lot of people say those kinds of marriages won't last, and I agree that statistically speaking, they will not last. Oh, I thought a critical shot was going to kill you. Did I not crit you? Gosh, dang it! I'm also getting momentary like lag, which is kind of scary. This steak is not going to last me long whatsoever with all the running that I do. I guess we can go and kill some sheep as well. But you know what? I'm stubborn. And so when people tell me, oh, it's not going to happen, it's not going to last, and stuff like that, you know what? Her and I are going to stay married forever. I'm never going to let you win that argument. I will stay married to her no matter what, just to prove people wrong. That's how crazy I am. How absolutely stubborn I am. But 9 years, and almost, next year will be the 10th year. And I think statistically speaking, if you're going to get divorced, usually it happens within the first 10 years. I might be wrong about that, though. And so, it seems to have worked out. And I've been thinking about, like, what has made our marriage successful and what has caused the most amount of problems. And my parents come to mind. When I was about in 4th or 5th grade, my parents actually ended up getting divorced. My dad had an affair with another teacher, and it was a good close family friend. Like, we would go over to their house to swim all the time, and now I know why my dad was taking us over there to swim all the time. And similar to when my parents told me about my grandma dying, when they set my brothers and I down to explain what was happening, either I was too young, again, I was probably about 9, 10, 11, around that age. I was either too young to understand, or I didn't care, or whatever, but my brothers got very upset with my dad, and I'm going to go ahead and do the mutton first, I think. Oh, it didn't cook. Whatever. We're moving on. I'm going the right way? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm almost home, too, and this episode should actually end about the time that I get home. Still no jungle, though. I really need that melon. I can trade. So if we have villagers with a melon trade, that would be helpful. Oh, and I should probably go and pick up some more food, huh? Goodbye, weakness potion. Hey, I totally hit you there. I totally got you. Come back. So my dad had an affair, and the woman, oh my gosh, the woman, she was kind of like into like all the new age stuff. She was a choir teacher, and again, a good friend of the family. And whenever they got split up, I was the only one of my brothers to say, yes, I will continue to see you, Dad. And so there was a point in my life where I would go just with him. It was like I was an only child, and I was spoiled to heck. He and I would go to all different kinds of places. One time he took me out to dinner with her. That was interesting. And it was like this vegan place. I don't know. It was something salads. It's like the main draw of the place was that they had salads. Apparently, now you can find salads everywhere. But and I swear the only thing that I really remember about that dinner, or one of the things that really stands out, is gosh dang it, come back. This woman that my dad was having an affair with, or I guess was now dating at this point in time. she was wearing this really loose-fitting, like colorful, I don't know, almost like tie-dye Indian type. I don't even know what the style is, but and it was very loose-fitting, and so you could see her armpits, and she did not shave her armpits. And I swear, I haven't seen hairier armpits since, even on guys. And it was just like, I don't know, as a child, I was kind of confused and kind of grossed out by it. Nowadays, I'm just like, you know what, women, you grow that hair out and you do it and you be proud of it. And yes, I am just envious of you. If you can grow hair on your body, I am jealous because I can't. If I try to grow a beard, it looks like some kind of weird fungal infection like on my face or something. But anyway, so that's one of the things that really stands out about the period when I was hanging out with my dad like that. He was staying with a fellow guy who had also gone through a divorce recently. He was like 55 and discovered he was gay, and was living with like a 22-year-old guy named Pedro or something like that. And they were living in this huge house, so he rented out a room to my dad. Very interesting time period in my life. Let's go a little bit this ways, actually, and make sure we get all the steaks, all the beefs, and gosh dang it, and that guy, his name was Jack and Pedro, the 55-year-old guy, and he had like 3 kids too, and I find that fascinating. I don't know, I'm not going to say much more about that. Anyways. The other thing that really stands out about that time in my life is, again, all these trips that my dad would take me on to Disneyland, to the beach, to Dodger games, and stuff like that. And at the time, he was trying to quit drinking because he has a drinking problem that runs in my family. And I remember him telling me that he was sober. And during this one trip, we went to a Dodger game, and then we went to the beach, I think, or to the beach and then to a Dodger game, one of those. Anyways, I found a bottle of whiskey. Oh, don't take the fall damage, guy. I found a bottle of whiskey in the back of his car, hidden underneath a towel. And it was full at the start of the trip, and by the end of the trip, it was empty. I remember that being one of the moments where I was really kind of let down. And I discovered that my parents lie, I guess. Maybe I already knew that, I don't know. I'm getting in some deep, dark, depressing territory, but that's what you get with these kinds of episodes. You never know what I'm going to be saying. Another freaking ravine, guys. Gosh dang it. Jump over the ravine. There goes the daughter again. And, and I almost drowned that trip, too. Again, we went to the beach, and my dad was probably passed out drunk on the beach. And I was swimming, and big waves. We were at that Newport or Huntington Beach. I don't remember which one. And big wave took me, and I was just, you know how when you get taken down by a wave like that, and you're on the bottom, it just kind of tosses you around. You do like somersaults underwater, and I seriously thought I was gonna drown. But thankfully, I eventually surfaced. And I survived. No, I didn't survive. I actually died. I'm a ghost here to haunt you in Minecraft. Just kidding. Anyways, so my parents were divorced. They ended up getting back together though. It was about, I think, my freshman year of high school, 8th grade year, something like that. When they ended up getting back together, and they had a really nice ceremony. It was just my brothers and I in our backyard with a friend of theirs, and since then they've been what seems to be relatively happy, and their marriage has stuck. And I wonder, why that is, and what motivated them to get back together and to stay together, and what keeps their marriage somewhat successful. I think maybe, gosh, there was something else that I was going to tell you guys right now, and I can't remember what it was. I cannot. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, lots of skeletons. I think that part of it is that first of all, they have 3 kids together. And my mom is under the impression, I don't think this is necessarily the case, although I don't know. I haven't really given it much thought. My brother has 4 different kids with 2 different moms. He doesn't see 2 of the kids, and he's probably going to lose visitation rights for 2 more of the kids. My mom told me whenever my daughter was born, she's like, you and Amanda, you guys are doing it right. because we stay together, we're married. And I think there's definitely benefits to having a stable family like that. But that doesn't mean that other types of families aren't going to work. And I wonder what would ever happen if my wife and I do decide, like, hey, it's just not working, you know? Because, you know, again, my parents, they have a lot in common. They're both history teachers. They love politics. They love to read. They love the beach. And so, you know, they always have stuff to talk about and places to go where they can enjoy one another's company and all that kind of stuff. My wife and I, not so much. We don't really have much in common. I'm very much interested in philosophy and politics and history. And she, I don't know, she's never really showed much interest in scholarly type things, even though she reads more than I do and she's smarter than I am. She doesn't give herself credit for any of that. And she's always been interested in like arts and crafts and baking and making, you know, I guess not really baking so much anymore. Right now, her main interests are kids, children, babies, that kind of stuff. And so oftentimes my wife and I don't have much to talk about together. But we also seem to be comfortable just sitting in silence. And I think that's a good indication of a successful relationship as well, is if you can just be quiet with one another and kind of accept one another if you're boring, you know, just accept how boring you are as a couple. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, you know, even though we don't have much in common, I think one of the things that also helped my parents and that helps my wife and I out is that we have pretty good communication. My parents, that has always seemed to be true. I don't know if it was true early on in their relationship or not, but they've always been able to just talk to each other about things. Although there is some passive aggressive tendencies and whatnot. Hello. New person on the server. My wife and I, we struggled with communication for quite a while. And honestly, you guys know what brought us together? Minecraft. Surprisingly, right? How many people had their marriages saved by Minecraft? Looks like somebody may have made a little hole here. Or this is lava. That's lava. Never mind, that's lava. Walking over the lava. Oh, witch. Nope, stay away from the witch. Stay away from the witch. Do I have another apple? I do. Okay, keep that on the bar. Keep it on the bar, guy. Oh, little baby zombie. Little baby zombie. Get away from little baby zombie. Right on the ice. Right on the ice. Oh, I need to eat too. He's still coming after me with little yellow pants. Stay away from me, guy. Stay away. But this was like, I think I had just entered grad school or so. It was around the time that I first started getting interested in Minecraft. And I had her start watching some of the Minecraft videos with me. And she became really interested in it. And not only in watching the videos, but in playing the game. And I remember the first time that she started playing, she was terrified. She would not leave her house, much like I think many of us have been. And so I actually gave her some therapy. I forget what it's called, but it's like the overcoming your fears kind of thing. And if you notice, I don't know if this is still true or not, but skeletons, they used to kind of look like they were smiling at you. And so I spawned a skeleton for her, and I just said, like, look at his smile. He's smiling at you. He's making fun of you. He's antagonizing you. Now go, attack. And we went and we killed a bunch of mobs together, and it helped her to get over her fear of the bad guys in Minecraft. Oh, look, there's stuff over there, you guys. Interesting indeed. I need to actually find where my stuff is. I think it's at like 400 by 1,000, something like that. I can't promise that though. So yeah, I mean, Minecraft in a strange way brought us together. All of a sudden we had this thing that we shared an interest in. Unfortunately, she's kind of lost interest in it. She still like has the desire to play every once in a while, and she still watches an occasional video from me. But she's also just really busy. I would actually say that if there's one thing that's going to ruin a relationship, it's probably work and money. Gosh, I mean, so much of the stress in our relationship is caused simply by the fact that she has to work these 12-hour days, and I have, and then the money issue as well, and yeah. But it's strange that Minecraft ended up kind of saving our marriage, because after that, all of a sudden, we found ourselves talking a lot more, not just about Minecraft, but about things, and about our needs and our desires, and things that bothered us, and it was early on in my son's life as well. I think he was probably about 4 at that time, 3 or 4, and getting to the point where you really have to start disciplining him. And my wife was very much a proponent of spanking, and for me, I'm just like, no, that's a big no-no. Just based on all the research, like, no, I'm not gonna hit a child. I won't even hit another adult. Why am I gonna hit a child? Because it's easier. No, and it's funner too. No, that's terrible. But so it allowed us to talk about things like spanking and about how to raise our child, and I don't know. So communication and also sharing interests, I think, is a big part of it. Having a job that you enjoy and that you don't have to spend too much time at as well. You know, I hope that one of these days she's able to, or maybe both of us together are able to generate enough revenue to where we don't really have to. Is this something? What is this? Is this something that somebody built? It looks like a little spider fortress or something. Yeah, probably. Sounds like my daughter's waking up, but I hope that we eventually get to that point where jobs aren't that big of a deal as far as the relationship goes. But right now, that's definitely one of the largest stressors on our relationship. We get about 4 hours a day to talk to one another. I mean, and to me, that seems like society. There's something really fundamentally wrong with society. I mean, if you go back in time, it was very community oriented, very family oriented. You'd work on your farm, or you would work within this small community, and you were always kind of by your family. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a good thing either, but nowadays it's like the complete opposite. You spend more of your time working than you do with family, and to me that seems totally. There's something fundamentally wrong there. I don't know, at least that's how it is for me and pretty much everybody I know. We spend the majority of our time working and not with family or friends. So, anyways, she's crying. I've talked enough for today. Be sure to hop on the server if you feel like it. And I think next episode we're going to be talking a little bit about college and whether or not college is worth it. So, anyways, that's going to be it for me for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.